forget to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't pick my sign up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. I am back in the business of real, right, and uncut. Now listen, I have not been in their business. I have not been over there in their business in a little bit, in a little while, you know. Honestly, because I just felt like my audience didn't really give a damn. And so I was like, well, you know, I ain't gonna keep doing reviews if the audience really just don't care. And then I had to remember my original mission in creating this channel was to really spread awareness about mental health and psychology. And so when I see an opportunity to do that, I must speak on it. And so if you're familiar with the channel, then this video is for you. And so what has happened is Greg's Ghost, whatever. He's the creator of the channel. And he has his solid players on his channel. Now, all of them are actively using various drugs. The group that he had in this mock therapy session was Hollywood, KD, Marley, and then the other lady, I'm not really that familiar with her. So the goal of these of this group session or therapy session, as Ghost described it, was to have them answer questions about their history of drug addiction. So I just want to first of all clear it up that was not a therapy session. That is not the way a group therapy session would have been run. If it was a professional, even you can have a group therapy session with a drug counselor in, let's say, a clinic, or you can have, you know, AA and NA is considered like group work, not even considered therapy because there's not a licensed therapist there per se. But anyway, so I get what he was attempting to do was to get them to talk and process and all of that. The number one reason why that was never going to work and you weren't going to be successful with them is because they're actively using drugs. They were all high, and you knew that they were high. Anytime anybody goes to Hollywood's trailer, they getting high as shit. And so you're not going to be able to have a therapy session when they're high. Any therapist, anybody running groups, or you go to rehab, you go in rehab high, you will not be participating. You go to an NA meeting and they believe that you're high, you getting thrown the fuck out. You go to AA drunk, you getting thrown the hell out. Get the hell out. Period. They don't play that shit. And so that was not therapy. It was not therapy. Number one, because like I said, everybody was high. And so you're not in a clear state of mind, especially KD. KD needs to be medically cleared. She has been on drugs and alcohol for the most of her life. If she went cold turkey on her own, she could be unalived. Katie needs to go into a treatment facility that will not only monitor her health, she needs like a behavioral health, because Katie needs her medical and her mental need to be addressed. Her and Dean, because they've been addicts for so long. Like, they probably have more medical issues than they even want to talk about. Marley has mental health issues. She mentioned that she's been diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar. That's not a diagnosis. Those are two separate diagnoses. Marley is not a schizophrenic. Marley may be and may have at one time in her life been diagnosed as a schizoaffective because maybe she was hearing voices, she was manic, or she was depressed, something like that. She doesn't even know what her diagnoses are. And, she's untreated. She's young. She's got a long way to go. Hopefully, maybe she can get, this addiction to the point where she can be clean and stay clean. Doubtful, because her mental health and her mental illness is probably most likely going to continue to cause her to relapse. The other lady, I cannot remember her name, but I know she has some real anger issues. And quite honestly, if you don't get her, I'm making this video, and I think Greg has dropped like part 3. I think if you leave her in that trailer with KD, she's gonna fuck KD up. She really is. She has no patience or control. She was trying very hard to control herself because KD will get on your last damn nerve and poke and poke and poke. And when you have somebody who doesn't have emotional regulation, they can hurt you. That lady is going to hurt KD. She's going to punch the shit out of her. She's going to beat her ass. So, Greg, I get what you're trying to do, but, sir, no. If you really want to help them and move forward with them, take them to a NA meeting, an open NA meeting. That means it's open to the general public. You don't have to be a addict to attend an open NA meeting, and just sit there. I'm gonna tell you now, KD, they would never put up with all that rambling. KD knows, because she has time under her belt of being sober from what she shared. She know that she can't go in no AA or NA meeting doing all that rambling, because they will shut her the fuck down quick. They don't play them games. But as far as calling that therapy, nah, my boy. Don't do that. And this because don't do that. I am a professional counselor, been in the field for over 30 years. I understand what you're attempting to do, but your first mistake is the fact that they're high. And we don't do that in treatment. It would not have been a group if they came into the session high. They all would have been told to leave. We don't do that. So basically all you were doing was having a conversation, and that didn't even go well because KD can't shut her goddamn mouth when she hides Cooter Brown. So anywho, y'all, that's all I had to say about that. Somebody is stepping into my field and giving false information, or I got to say something, but carry on. Maybe one day we'll see these folks get into real treatment, go cold turkey, and just give up using drugs and alcohol. But we'll all stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. Bye, guys.
Guess what? I got a sale with me, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that little bell.
Subscribe. Say subscribe to Psychology Eats.
Subscribe to Cowboy Eats.
Not Cowboy.